My parents believed a girl's false accusation and hurt my brother. I escaped a toxic home and fought for custody too. Part 2. Lucy was crying on the floor as Kirby held her in his arms. He was thoroughly blooded and bruised. After that scene everything was a blur. I only recall being inside an ambulance in the hospital. It was more like a dream. But my sister disagrees, claiming it was a nightmare and the worst day of her life. About 3 days later, my parents were still in jail for assault and attempted murder. So my sister took a few days off to care for me. Finally, I mustered the confidence to ask my sister what had transpired. Lucy, the first person to ever treat me as an adult, told me the truth. Our brother, Kirby, was accused of rape by a girl in high school. The girl went to the principal, crying and battered, and accused Kirby of abusing her. Our parents and the girl's parents were summoned to school, and the police were also engaged. Kirby explained to our parents that he did not do that, but they refused to listen and instead supported the girl. So when the police stated they would investigate and do tests, Kirby and the daughter were free to return home. Then something happened. My brother is now in the hospital, and he is at risk of developing serious physical difficulties as a result of the abuse. The next day, the police summoned my sister to the police station, where she was required to accompany me. But what they told us was alarming to say the least. Karen appears to be the girl who filed the report. Karen, if you see this, please know that you are the most horrible person. I hope you burn in hell, bastard. You have devastated our life. You filed a bogus report. Since she and Kirby despised each other at school, and after another fight between the two, she injured herself and planned to claim he hit her. However, the plot evolved to a rape in the hopes that she might expel my brother from school. However, she made a mistake, and told her pals about it on a video call, causing them to chuckle. What she didn't expect was for everyone to turn against her, with the exception of her best friend, who had been sexually abused as a child and was never believed until lately. Karen's former closest friend went to the police station, told them everything, and managed to videotape some of the conversation. After the piranha confessed, the cops questioned Karen, and for fear of being arrested she spoke the truth. My sister was pissed off. She wanted to kill Karen at the time, but the police talked her down, telling her that Karen's parents would have to pay a fee for the false charge and defamation. My sister thought it was fine but not sufficient. When we returned home our parents were present, and as soon as my sister spotted them she exploded, shouting about everything that had transpired. At the police station, they listened in silence, becoming more startled with each sentence. My mother was already in tears by the time my sister finished, and my body remained paralyzed. Then he did the worst thing. He said, "Are you sure about this?" That was the worst use of words I've ever heard. Lucy delivered a lengthy lecture on how they were awful parents for believing in that circumstance, without any proof. My father tried to rationalize that the girl's words were really valuable, but my sister did not contest it, claiming that without evidence words were meaningless. I understand.